Drink beer, do good. I think those are words that a lot of folks can get behind. Let's welcome back Richard Reams, Director of Development and Marketing at Palmetto Community Care, which will be benefiting from one of the most popular annual events in the Low Country. Do I need to say any more? Beer, beer, beer. It's great to see you again, Richard.
Thanks so much. It's glad to be here.
Yeah, you know, this is an event that people look forward to every year, but it is for such a good cause. So remind everyone what Palmetto Community Care does and who you serve.
Yeah, for sure. So Beer Fest is the primary fundraiser for Palmetto Community Care. Every dollar that's raised goes right back to us. And we are an AIDS service organization. So we do wraparound services, case management for people living with HIV/AIDS. That might be from housing to peer support, nutrition. If they need something, we either have the service or have a partner that does. But we also have front-facing services, free HIV, STI testing, preventative services, as well as education. We have a mobile testing van, and then we also own and operate a medical center.
Yeah, and I'm glad you mentioned the mobile testing van because I remember we've had Palmetto Community Care come on, even when it was called something else prior to that, right? But for years now, and the mobile unit was incredibly important for people who live in rural communities because there really aren't any services out there. So you're bringing the care to the people.
Yes, yeah, we can take that van anywhere in the Tri-County area, and that was one of the things we were really excited about a few years ago when we got it, was taking the lack of transportation out of the equation. Say, how can we get to where you are so that we can get you the services you need?
Well, how would you say in the years that you've been there now that you've seen an increase in use of your services? Because I think when you're talking about AIDS awareness, care, medication testing, all those things, people get very scared. They don't want to necessarily know their status sometimes. But is there ways that you've gone into the community to kind of encourage people to be a little bit more, to be less gun shy, I should say?
Lord, there's so many ways to go with that answer. Yes, I mean, our goal is to be there and help somebody know that to know your options, you have to know your status. And that there's so many treatments and opportunities out there now where knowing your status 20 years ago is not the same as knowing your status today, and it's better to know so that you can know what to do and we can help you with what's next. That's one of our major goals for our clients, is to help them achieve what's called viral suppression, where your viral count is it's called undetectable, right? So the virus still exists, but the load is so low it's undetectable. And there's a new phrase now, not that new, but maybe still new to somebody, undetectable equals untransmittable, where if your viral load is below a certain point and you also take advantage of other preventative measures, it's virtually impossible to transmit the disease.
Yeah, that's incredible. So the Beer Fest, how did the Beer Fest and Palmetto Community Care ever join forces?
Well, I can't claim that. That predated me. I've only been here for a couple of years, but if memory serves correctly, they actually purchased the event a little over 10 years ago to where it became one of our fundraisers. And so we had it over in Mount Pleasant, and then we brought it over to Riverfront. COVID happened, and now we're back for our second year at Riverfront. Yes, you're back.
And thousands of people attend this thing every single year. You've already sold out of the VIP tickets.
That's correct.
But you do have tickets available still, and you've got one more month for people to buy tickets.
A little less than a month.
A little less than a month now. So who are going to be some of the main players there as far as beers are concerned and entertainment? And
I mean, Lord, we've got 63 breweries this year. So unless I brought my cheat sheet, I'm sure I will leave somebody
I don't think I can
there's
even
all
name
kinds
them all.
of them, from our local folks like Palmetto, all the way up to the kind of the heavy hitters you might know, like Sierra Nevada. Are really excited about our entertainment this year. We're bringing in some aerial artists to have them around the festival just to kind of up the experience.
Oh, how fun.
And then Rebirth Brass Band, the Grammy Award-winning group's coming from New Orleans with some other support with Wild Feathers, Into the Fog, and then local Molly Durnan.
That's incredible. So you're actually going to be seeing some actual Grammy winners at the festival. That's great. All right, so last year, 10,000 contacts with your clients. And what does that mean exactly?
So depending on where they are in case management, a contact is a phone call, a visit. It's a conversation of some sort. Now, how that medium transpires just depends on the client, but it's contacting them to see where they're at and what they might need or what they need from us.
What that translates into, though, is $4.5 million in medication and insurance for them.
Yes, that's one of the main, when people ask what Beer Fest goes to support, it supports the administration behind the grants that allow us to cover that much money in medication, insurance, housing, electricity, everything.
Yeah, so that reason right there is why you need to buy a ticket. And it's going to be fun. Beer Fest 2023, Saturday, September 9th at 1 to 7 p.m., Riverfront Park. And just be prepared for maybe a little bit of traffic. We don't know yet.
There's some new traffic patterns with the Navy Yard, Charleston, and everything they're doing, but it's going to be a good time. It'll be worth the time getting in.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Richard, for coming in.
Appreciate it.
I can't wait to crack one of these opens. Is there one in particular that you recommend?
I love them all equally, right?
Yeah. just like your children, right?
Yes, right.
Yes, you can't pick
equally.
the right one. Okay. Well, we'll be back after this. Thanks again, Richard.
Thanks.